I got a smile on my face because I just got a laugh out loud from you guys in chat. Good morning. It's 9 o'clock a.m. on a Friday morning, April 28th, 2023. Get an audio check here. 28th, 2023. There we go. Yeah, the chuckle that I got was Chris Garrett says the internet went out, and then where was it? Ken asking, is it back on now? And Chris saying, duh. He didn't say duh, but it's a duh. Of course, or I would not be typing this. Well, in defense of Ken Stout, as far as Ken knows, Chris could have been typing into chat from his cell phone using cell towers without the internet being back on. So there's me defending Ken Stout. When have you ever seen me defend Ken Stout instead of picking on him? Oh, what new people around here must think of our interaction. I don't know. I'm not going to read over all the chat. I have read through it. I'm up to date with it. There's some topics discussed in here that I will interact with, but just saying hello. Chris Garrett, Ken Stout, Robert. Let's see. Chris, Ken Stout, back and forth. Dennis is here. Who else? What other names? Ran Israel is here. Selden Ball, hello. Bobby Warren, hello. Speedy C. Greg M. Ay, caramba. Yeah, poor Mr. Ken. And Nicholas Hooks. Hello, Nicholas. We've seen you around here a couple times. Let's turn you blue. Standard moderator. There you go, my friend. Zavi Manor says, me too. And TGIF from John Williams. Chris says, no, I hardly ever use my phone. So why would Ken Stout think that? Because, of course, Ken Stout knows everything intimately about that. That, of course, Chris wouldn't be using his phone. So he certainly wouldn't think that. Brian Lightfoot. Bobby's Warren went out to Nicholas Hook says, thank you for the blue. So there's a few things to interact with from the chat room and from comments that are kind of not really what I want the channel to be about. What I want the channel to be about is helping people or giving people pointers for their actual problems. So the most significant things I'll start out with is actually my issues here on my desk with Big Beast Build, what I told you yesterday about standby mode, with Baby Beast, a Windows 11 nuisance, annoyance that I discovered yesterday. And then this computer that we talked about, the fan issue yesterday, I've ordered a replacement fan for it because I didn't happen to have the right fan on hand. And in doing so, what I think I discovered that I did not know is that, well, first of all, I couldn't find the right fan that is just the fan. I had to order the heat sink with it. But as I was looking around at them, I noticed that, you see, this is a 4-conductor connection, and the keys, those plastic rails there, some of them that I found I could order had the rails shifted to the other side of the connector. So I didn't realize there were that many different connectors, and some of the 4-conductor connectors did not have that extra thickness of the connector. It was just very thin. Now, some of you know that already. I don't build computers, so I don't see that kind of thing very often. So the one I ordered is actually documented for HP Pavilion's 500 series, which is what this is. So I feel, and the photo of that one did not show me the connector. All right, so I think I got the right one. It's supposed to come in, what is it? Today or tomorrow? I think today it's supposed to come in. Then on Big Beast Build, I told you about the standby problem. When I put it into standby mode by coming down here to the Windows button, click power, and then click sleep. Not standby, but sleep. Same thing in my mind. The computer, I couldn't wake it up from that. So I would have to hold down the power button, either press and release the power button, it would shut off, or sometimes I had to hold it down. And then this computer takes a few minutes for it to start up from a cold boot. Well, I did find the problem yesterday. When I went searching for it, I found these documents, articles that said all these driver updates to check for, and Windows updates, just very, very generic stuff. So I said, I don't think so. And then one thing I came to said, go into Device Manager and make sure that the keyboard is set to allow it to wake the computer up. I thought, oh, well, that sounds reasonable when you go to Power Management and there's allow this device to wake the computer up. Well, those were already set to the right setting. Not all of these tabs have a power setting, but 2 of them did, but they were already set that way. Then I got the idea, well, maybe there's something just wrong with that keyboard. So I tried connecting a USB keyboard, and that also failed to wake the computer up. Then I considered going into Power Management, and let's see, what I think power space ampersand gets me to power sleep settings, additional power settings. And I went in here and I tried power saver mode and balance mode. I was on high performance mode. And I tried going in, changing some of the advanced power settings. Particularly, I was thinking processor management. When I was on the maximum performance, that setting for minimum processor state was on 100. All of my fussing around in there failed to produce results. I went into the BIOS settings looking for something in there, and I couldn't find anything that made sense. I went to search for this motherboard, ROG Rampage 6 Extreme Encore. Won't come back from sleep mode or standby mode, something like that. Didn't find anything that really clicked. So then I got the idea, maybe there's something about this wireless keyboard, and particularly got that idea from seeing that there's 4 keyboard devices. So I thought, what's going on there? Well, actually, when I plug in that USB keyboard, there's a 5th one. So then I got the idea to remove all of these keyboard devices. I disconnected the transceiver for my wireless keyboard and mouse, and then deleted all of these so that I was, and also had the USB keyboard disconnected. So after all the keyboard items were gone, of course, I no longer had keyboard control whatsoever, but I could plug in the USB keyboard, and then standby mode works. I could wake up the computer from standby mode. So then I'm thinking, well, I'd like to have I don't really want to have a keyboard connected all the time and use that keyboard to wake the computer up. So then I plugged in my wireless keyboard mouse again. It automatically installed its drivers. And guess what? Standby mode's still working. I could wake up from that with this keyboard. So then I unplugged the USB keyboard, and my wireless keyboard still is able to wake the computer up. I was unsure as to whether it was just doing those keyboard drivers or if it was a combination of those things. So I went back and changed to high performance mode to see if I lose the standby wake up. And now no matter what I do, I can't seem to lose that capability. So no matter how hard I try, the computer still works. I can't break it again. I'm kidding. I didn't really spend a lot of time trying to break it again. I'm happy it'll wake up now from standby mode, so this computer isn't generating all that excess heat during the summer was my main interest there. So then Baby Beast, the frustration that I found there with, oh, by the way, does Ken Stout have a show? I'll go take a look. Of course, by the time I find that comment in chat, I could have just gone here to fix it. So I'll just go straight here to fix it. Redirect, search from other channels. Oh, no, this is Friday, Carrie Holzman. So sorry, Ken, I'm going to forward to Carrie Holzman's show, but I will come over here to grab Ken's show and get his link, and there he is. So I'll put that link into chat. Ken's live stream. Paste that and then pin that So when I'm done, you can just go click on that link and you'll get that show. Now, let's get back to the Windows 11 frustration on Baby Beast. Now, I heard some conversation. I didn't catch all of Ken's show last night, but I heard some conversation about that. Well, I think there's a few of them, those add-in programs where you can, the Windows shell or whatever, so that you can get the Windows button in the bottom left corner. The problem with those things is, well, I worked with a client yesterday that I was talking to them on the phone, trying to guide them through something, and they had that. And it doesn't seem like it's laid out exactly the same way as the Windows 10 start button is. Because I told him, click the start button and go up one from there. You have the power button. No, I don't. He didn't have that. And he has had some kind of a Windows shell on it. But the configuration screens are the place where I have the frustration with Windows 11. It's not the start button. The start button isn't that big of a deal. But for instance, control printers and the places that you go to make adjustments in Windows, I don't think those shells fix that. And another thing that happened with a shell for a client yesterday is I had a client who had a shell from Windows 10. They had Windows 10 operating system. They had one of those shell Windows lookalikes or revert back to history, whatever you want to call it. What do you guys call them? Are you saying something there? No. And yeah, so when I installed updates, it came up with a prompt saying that it needed to reconfigure itself due to the new operating system just during a Windows 10 update. And that is a confusing thing for users to see. You have to click to allow it or not allow it. And oftentimes end users, they'll just click no to anything that comes up that they don't understand, and they won't ask about it. So I like to keep things because I work with clients, that's what I do. People working in business office, they are not computer techies. I want to keep it as generic, basic Windows as I can. But so let's get over here to this frustration. Punch over here to this computer. I'll minimize everything. And let's see, it was in power settings. Yeah, because I wanted to set up the standby mode for Baby Beast as well. So look what happens when I go there. Go to personalize and then lock screen. And I wanted to get to the place of changing the power mode. And that's all different in here. So if I go to screen timeout, and then I wanted to change to the power saving mode, or the whatever that medium mode they was, as opposed to high performance. But look here, power mode, I cannot click on it. It doesn't get me anything. And I got this message up here. Power mode can't be set while the high performance power plan is used. Well, how do I change the power plan? I don't find any method in here to change the power plan. When I go look it up, do a Google search, see here, set the power mode for best energy efficiency. Is this it? Am I finding it right here? No, it takes me back to this screen. That just went around in a circle. I went and looked at help for power. I went to, okay, changing power mode. This is all related support. So that's just going to get me to help screens about it. And it tells me start setting system power and battery. Now this is not a laptop, so it's not going to have the word battery for power mode. Well, that's exactly where I was at. So if you go start and settings and system and power, gets me straight back to here. There is no way for me to change the power mode there. Now, I'm pretty sure the reason why this is happening is because before I upgraded this computer from Windows 10 to Windows 11 a couple of days ago, I had it set on maximum power, high performance, whatever that power mode was called. Apparently, there's a glitch here that now I cannot change the power mode in Windows 11. Yeah, what? So, yeah, these are the kind of things that I find a nuisance with Windows 11 because they've changed the places that a technician would go to reconfigure certain things, and sometimes things are buried in a place you can't find them. Now, I'm going to switch back to chat and see if you guys are telling me where to do that. Or maybe some of you are saying, yep, see, that's why I don't want to ever use Windows 11. If you're going to produce a product and going to change things, it should be documented, a doggone good explanation why we cannot do what we are attempting to do. Gary, go to Control Panel Power Options. So let's try that. So I'll try it with Windows key R, Control Panel. Yes, that gets Control Panel and Power Options. And then here I'm set on High Performance. So if I go to Balanced and then come back out here, now here I got that drop-down menu for being able to change them. So I can change them. But why do I have to go through that hoop? Why can't they just make that available here? Why was that locked out? Because something in their programming or their design of it just blocks it. I don't know. That's weird. So thank you, Gary. I figured you guys were going to give me an easy solution to that. Makes total sense that came from Gary. I took a picture of my ONU Bob. All right. Doug is saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, you can if you do the teaching. If you don't do the teaching, then you're not teaching. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but you have to teach. They didn't put anything in there. Control panel. Yep. And I might have eventually thought I got that idea, but I came across that block yesterday and I did a couple of checks. Yeah, that block is there. Okay, I'm going to take that to the chat room, see what they tell me. Dennis, tip from Windows 11 user: making a shortcut to the legacy control panel helps a lot in Windows 11. Yeah, and that is a complaint of Windows 11. We shouldn't have to do that. Wait for Windows 12, patience. What makes you think Windows 12 is going to be better? No, not doing that. I'd rather work with the devil that I've had around for a while and can get some acquaintance with. And I cannot wait for Windows 12 with my clients. That would be totally irresponsible. Did not click on power mode. Yeah, I did. It wasn't clickable. I clicked on it. You'd think I didn't click on it because you didn't see anything happen. I did click on it. It just sat there doing nothing. I did click on it. Make asterisk. I have no idea what that means. Oh, he's probably doing a typo correction from previous. Tip from Windows 11 user: make a shortcut to the legacy. Okay, yeah. Is it even coming out? Doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Not going to Windows 12. Not waiting for it. Because, Doug, as I mentioned, the migration of features in Control Panel are incomplete. That would be a polite way of saying things. We still do not know how they're going to finish it. Are they going to turn off certain things? Me and Londog had the same thought. Okay, so that's an explanation why it's not there yet, because they haven't done it yet. The reason why it's not there yet is because they haven't done it yet. The reason why they can't do it yet is because they haven't done it yet. Okay, I understand. There are rumors. There are websites you can go to that actually has Windows 12 documented. And they show this is what it's going to be. These are the dates that it's going to happen. And Elvis is still alive. We didn't actually go to the moon, and the government killed JFK. That's why I'm using OpenShell and Explorer Patch Windows 11 for me and my clients. Yeah, I don't want to be doing anything outside of native Windows. And that's a difference. That's just a difference of opinion. My opinion is to keep things as native Windows as possible. Microsoft did document it. They have reams of docs, but you have to look for them. Yeah, and that's what I want to do. Spend my 8 hours a day reading documents to pull up to find the information that I need. John, there's rumors on iOS 2. New Windows might be different. Who knows? Probably going to get rid of more control panel applets. They never completed migrating things from the old control panel to Windows 10. Yeah, this control panel that we just looked up, that was from like Windows 95, isn't it? Don't forget, Ellis is still alive too. If you go to Windows Developer Conference, they are changing things with third-party shells will not keep working. That's the thing that I'm worried about, the third-party shells. What happens when a Windows update breaks that? What happens when a computer restarts and they get this message that that shell needs to reconfigure for the new operating system and the user doesn't click on the right button? I can't be training every one of my end users for everything that might happen. So no, I'm not doing that. What is an applet? An applet would be referring to, let's see, do I still have that control panel open over here? No. So Windows key R, control panel. Applet would be each of these items in here are applets in the control panel. What is this? System update. What am I getting here? What did I click on that got me there? Lenovo system update. No, I don't want to do a Lenovo system update. That's not a Lenovo computer. Oh, it has Lenovo system update because Baby Beast, I did restore an image from a prior computer to Baby Beast, and it is working. I restored an image that was made from one of my Lenovo mini computers. It's been working fine. No troubles. Baby Beast works better than Big Beast. Well, I don't push Baby Beast as much. Black serendipity, in my opinion, no one needs to worry about Windows 11 until early 2025. I wholly disagree with that, because if I wait to 2025, I'm going to be a very busy puppy trying to upgrade all of my clients. I did 2 upgrades yesterday and another one the day before that, and I've got another one on my plate to do. I can't wait till the deadline to do all these upgrades. So when you say no one needs to worry, absolutely you're wrong about that. You don't need to worry about it. Individual people working with their own computers don't need to worry about it, but technicians need to be doing that now. You can't expect to get all your end users up to Windows 11 all within a period of months. Oh, good grief, that would be a disaster. By the way, what you're looking here for is control panel system security power options. I've already got there. Expand on everything once there. Isn't that where I went? Why isn't that what I already did? We've already done that. I don't know why I'm not looking for it now. Some things on control panel will shoot you. Oh, okay. And by the way, while I'm on Dennis here, Dennis sent me an email, and I told him during our fortnight this morning that there was just too much there. I didn't read it. Now I did read his email here. It says you don't need to worry about anything past 12 noon Pacific time. Well, at that point in time, I didn't know what he was referring to. And then he talks about Fortnite stuff, and then hardware related, and then software related, and then when I go into this link, I don't know if Dennis realizes this, and this just didn't make sense to me at all. I go into here and I get a creator code. I get a tech power up Windows 10. Microsoft will end support after 22H2. Okay, that's not really anything new. And tornado warnings. And then this what to follow stuff and new NWS tornado. So Dennis, I don't know if you're aware of what I see, but actually when I clicked on your link previously, I did not see this Windows 10 at all. In fact, even before this was 33 minutes ago. So yeah, I looked at that earlier this morning and did not see that. So all I was seeing is this tornado warnings in Florida or something. Why do I care about that? So that Dennis, that was my reaction to you this morning. I didn't get that at all. This part, when you're just putting something in an email, this stuff, yeah, I'll read that. But to click on your Twitter feed and figure out what you're trying to communicate to me there, I'm not. Too long, did not read. Reaction. Just type power options and search for it. I got to the power options just fine. That's people, that's not what I'm complaining about. I don't have trouble finding it. It's in Windows 11. I was locked out. I couldn't make any changes until I went through the method that Gary showed me. Google did not give me the answers for that. So Google was not my friend. I tried that. I understand about you going to Windows 11. I'm not sure what you think you understand. And maybe it's that, yeah, it's the technician changes. Oh, here's another thing that I had happen. How can I demonstrate that? I had a client call yesterday that had an issue going on in Microsoft Word. I upgraded him to Windows 11, and in Microsoft Word, he had this weird background going on. Let's see, where was that at? Where his background in Microsoft Word and Outlook, I'm not going to remember. I can't talk and find that at the same time. But there was a setting that in his Microsoft Office products, Outlook and Word and Excel, when I upgraded it from 10 to 11, it was just very ugly. And every time I would do a search how to change that, I would come up to themes and colors in Windows 11 to change. And since I just did the upgrade to Windows 11, it made sense that it would be a Windows 11 adjustment. Turned out that's not the case. It was an adjustment in Microsoft Word that I made a change to it was on General. Oh, it was right on the General tab. I should be able to get to it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here it is, right here. Right here on Office background and Office theme. It was this Office theme. He had dark gray. But when he was in Windows 10, this looked fine. But in Windows 11, it was very unpleasant screen. So it took me a while to find that. And that was just a change that happened affecting Microsoft Office products when he went from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So that was weird. And I'm not 100% sure that he didn't have the light mode before switching. Yeah, because I didn't actually document that. 927. I will be going back to read through chat so I can catch the things that I missed. But some of this conversation that was going on in the beginning, you guys already figured out in regard to somebody thought that my Windows Defender was disabled. And the reason why they thought that was because in Task Manager on the Startup tab, here is Microsoft Defender, not Windows Defender. Microsoft Defender is showing as disabled. I don't know why that shows as disabled. I did a little bit of Google search this morning trying to find that, did not find it. And I suspect it's because of Microsoft's lack of housekeeping, that somewhere in the past, they used Microsoft Defender as some element or component, and it is disabled. But my Windows Defender is enabled down here in the bottom right corner. When I float over the shield icon, you see Windows Security, no actions needed. Now, it doesn't call it Windows Defender here. It doesn't actually use the name Windows Defender anywhere in here that I can tell. And when you scroll down further in this startup tab, there's Windows Security notification icon is enabled. That's just an icon. And then if we go to processes, let's see, processes, expand this. We got Windows Security, doesn't call it Windows Defender here. It calls it Windows Security, Microsoft Defender, Windows Defender. What's it actually called? Pick a name and stick with it, will you? There's no Windows Defender down here, so I don't know what's up with that. So that's just messy. I guess I'm ranting a little bit, huh? Is there anything else in here I want to respond to? I don't think so. But like I said, I will be reading through the messages closer. It looks like it's time to send you over to Ken Stout's show. And tomorrow, Saturday, the normal show time, for Saturdays. And I hope that was useful. Have a great day, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.